With an influx of South Asian and African recruits into the fighting and an explosion in cheap drone warfare, the West has no recourse but to turn to tactical nuclear weapons within months of fighting. The world is already coming apart at the seams. The war becomes a quagmire fueled by cheap disposable weapons such as drones. The violence grinds down the standing armies of all involved. In our real world, it's estimated that within a single year of high-intensity combat against a peer force, the most prevalent U.S. ground combat vehicle would be makeshift armored trucks. Hordes of cutting-edge tanks are rusting hulks, destroyed by $10,000 AI-powered drones. In the sea, it is no different. Supercarriers are sunk by swarm missile and drone attacks. Air bases are overrun by drone swarms so dense they resemble massive migratory flocks of birds. Multi-million-dollar defense systems fall victims to swarms of $1,000 drones. Eventually, the drone swarms make it to cities and places of industry. Meanwhile, the democratic powers are inherently extremely casualty-averse, seriously affecting war morale. Flirting just shy of the full use of nuclear weapons, the West is the first to turn to tactical nuclear weapons along with chemical and biological warfare. The Sino-Russian forces respond in kind, though the West retains the advantage here, halting the steady advance across Europe just shy of the German border. Widespread cyber-sabotage has destroyed America's power and water grids, creating millions of casualties from heat or cold exposure and a sudden lack of drinking water. The young, elderly, and most vulnerable have suffered the worst, and the economic damage from cyber warfare alone shrinks the U.S. economy by 15%. Then come the kinetic strikes, carried out by long-range ballistic missiles and hypersonic weapons. The West Coast is the worst affected, with power plants, dams, highway overpasses, and major U.S. company headquarters all targeted. The American Golden Dome initiative is still years from offering any protection, and air defense systems are spread thin already within the U.S. military in the real world. Prices for most common goods have skyrocketed, causing a global poverty crisis. Food prices are especially affected, leading to mass starvation in second and third world nations, and a nutrition crisis in first world nations. North and South Korea are both left devastated by what has largely been a campaign of long-range strikes and chemical or biological warfare. The North is proving more resilient due to its agrarian economy and people being accustomed to few modern first-world amenities. South Korea's supercharged economy, however, is completely reliant on a modern technological infrastructure that has been largely shattered. Seoul becomes a ghost town and a biohazard zone with hundreds of thousands left dead in the city. North Korean biological terrorism has affected most major cities in the South, killing millions and disintegrating local governments. The move sparks outrage amongst the military, prompting a full-blown civil war. Western Europe lies shattered. Germany is covered under a toxic fog of biological and chemical agents. Tens of millions are dead. Europe's industrial heart is abandoned as Germans join massive waves of immigration moving ever westward.